How awesome was it to check off the bucket list of bear den survey, thanks to my friends with the Ozark podcast. Check out this amazing story of how the Arkansas black bear is the most successful reintroduction of a large carnivore anywhere in the world.
What we're doing today is we are doing a bear den survey. And any game animal that we have, we try to do monitoring programs to keep population numbers, get population estimates, look at the health of the population. The reason why it is important for us to do this with bears, not only to monitor what's going on year to year with the reproduction and recruitment, but for those of you that don't know, bears have a really rich history with Arkansas. Arkansas was once known as the Bear State, unofficially, at the time of settlement. It was thought that we may have had 50,000 black bears in the state at that time. But as you can imagine, the landscape in Arkansas looked a lot different at the settlement than it does now. Bears were almost extirpated from the state. They were relentlessly market hunting for their fat. And by 1950, it was thought that the only remaining population of bears that existed in the state was in the lower White River drainage at a place called Scrubgrass Bayou. Thought that we may have had 50 black bears left in the state. All the mountain bears, the Ozarks and Ouachita bears were virtually extirpated from the state. There might have been a few, one or two that, managed to evade being killed or for whatever reason, but really not enough to make a difference about anything. So in 1958, Game and Fish embarked on what is now still a historical reintroduction effort. From 1958 to 68, they brought in 254 bears from Minnesota and Manitoba, Canada, and they released them in sites in the Ozarks and Ouachita Mountains. The mountains had grown back up from being cut over at early settlement, and it was really good habitat. It was such good habitat that the populations flourished. Being, no harvest or anything like that. And the population rebounded so well that by 1980, Game and Fish was actually able to reopen bear season in Arkansas. And this last year marked the 43rd consecutive bear season that we've had in the state. It was a record harvest year, 765 bears, which eclipsed the previous record of 100 bears. And if you look at Arkansas's bear history and the reintroduction and everything, and where we are now, having 43 years of bear hunting in the state, that reintroduction effort is still considered the most successful reintroduction of a large carnivore in the history of any natural resource agency. And so it is a flagship conservation story that Arkansas is really glad to have done, to be a part of, and still be involved with the conservation effort of such an awesome game animal. So, with all that being said, which is enough, it did rain last night. This is not an easy hike, folks, and we're not going to go fast. There's a lot of rock hopping. The rocks are going to be slick now with the wet and the leaves, and there's some steep stuff, but we're just going to take it easy, okay? It's about, once we drop off the bluff here, it's about 850 yards to the bear, and it's not flat or easy or any of it. But once we get there, I'll kind of stage everyone back. Once we get reasonably close, if you youngsters promise to be really quiet and keep everything to a whisper, we'll probably get you up within a visual up on the hill to where you can kind of see down on what we're doing. But we do want everyone to be quiet when we get to that point. There's no leaves on the tree. Sound carries a long ways, and like I said, they're not asleep. If they hear something going on, they smell something, they're going to wake up. So we want to keep her as calm as possible. We'll go down and we'll tranquilize her, and then when we get her planed out and leveled out and everything set, then we'll bring the group down and we'll bring the cubs out, and we get to hold the cubs and take pictures and do all that stuff while the rest of the procedure is going on.
As you can see, bear country can be extreme, with steep inclines and bouldering all the way. This was about a 1-mile hike. When we get close to the den site, the biologists go down and make it safe for everyone else to join. All the bears that are tracked get a special name. This one's name is Mahaley, and isn't she beautiful?
I was thinking she was probably somewhere around 6 or 7 maybe.
Yep.
She's not real old.
Well, guys, I know we've had a long day. We're hot and we're sweaty. that trek out of there was no joke. I mean, I remember getting to the bottom of that. I was like, oh shoot, did we really walk down this? That was straight up. So I know y'all got jobs to do. Clay, you're going back to put some blood in a centrifuge and spin it up and separate out.
Actually, this lady here.
Oh, AJ's doing it too?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not two.
Oh,
She's
just AJ.
doing it.
All right.
Well, she is the wildlife health
Y'all are
biologist.
gonna go take a shower and watch some TV.
There we go. Yeah. Well, we'll let y'all get out of here. We really appreciate y'all letting us come out here, and thank you guys for jumping on at the end of a long day.
Sure.
Absolutely.
AJ, thanks for
Thanks
coming
for allowing
back
us.
on. Myron, second time back
Absolutely.
on.
You
Maybe
bet.
maybe even third. I think we've had you on a couple times. And Clay, welcome.
Thanks.
And we'll talk to you guys soon, and good luck with the spinning up the blood.
Thank you.
Thank you.